I played Star Wars The Old Republic for the first time and this is how it went. Hello, I am Bug. I apparently made my first SWTOR account in 2014, though I have zero memories of that and only know it because I randomly found the SWTOR folder on one of my old laptops recently. Other than that, the account I'm using now is, I believe, from 2019 when I tried to play with friends and I'll not go into detail, but I did not have a good time, which made me not touch this game in years. All in all, I wouldn't say I'm a Star Wars fan. I believe I watched 1 or 2 movies, definitely Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, cause I love General Grievous and he was the reason why I even got some interest in Star Wars in the first place. Other than that, I watched some shows and yada yada. A short while ago from when I'm recording this, I decided to give SWTOR another try, but this time alone so I can focus on the story and understand what it's all about. I'm not a big fan of MMOs, like the gameplay never appealed to me, and I have to spoil it and say it's still, it's just not for me. So for this, my first proper playthrough, I decided to be a bounty hunter. Hef. At the point of recording this, I've just gotten done with the first chapter, so please, no spoilers, and I can say, I like it. Hef is the best and worst bounty hunter there is. I didn't kill half my targets and when I got the bloodlust and decided to go ham, the game didn't let me kill, so I often had the problem that by the time I had arrived at my target I had completely forgotten about my target and what I was supposed to do, but I got the job done, so it's fine. I will never tell anyone about the job because I forget all about it. The main class story for the bounty hunter so far was really nice. I like the humor you get to add.
I do got this funny habit of breathing.
And big fan of Nemro.
I love you too, Nemro.
You're all invited to the wedding. Marco is cool, like, we're chill. Man, lady, can you please stop disapproving of everything I do? Disapprove of every job I do? Let's use this as an example on how actually great the character writing is in this game. I honestly didn't know what to expect because to me the things I've seen of Star Wars haven't really impressed me. I do like the old lore and depth of alien races and all that, it's super cool. Also really love the old animated Clone Wars show, it was solid. And let's never forget the best scene where Anakin and Kenobi were captured with Count Dooku. Love that, it was very cool. But back to SWTOR. Having now experienced mostly the Imperial side with some Republic encounters, I think they portrayed the sides brilliantly. For some buffoon like me who has a hard time even remembering the names, the Imperial side always feels quite random in what an individual's goal is. In fact, the first half of the first chapter was me being morally conflicted, because almost every job of mine would lead to someone's family getting tortured and... man. The way people speak about slaves and stuff like that is uncanny. Like, it's the most normal thing. And that is great, because it perfectly shows how these people think. There's so much backstabbing going on, it feels like I'm in the Camarilla. Enjoy that reference. Every Republic member I met on the other side felt almost even more pretentious. Like, don't get me wrong, the Imperials have some freaks in their ranks, but every time I encountered a Jedi, Padawan or General, I don't know the titles, they always felt so high and mighty, thinking they are on the right side, they are the law, and bro, I'm just a bounty hunter, I'm just doing my job. Characters that are meant to be hated are really dislikable to a comical degree, while some other evil characters still have that charisma that makes you go, fuck you, but in a cool way. I love the amount of flirting you can do. I never flirted so far but once, and I completely blew it with Krista.
Whoa.
By never trying to, so sad. The foreshadowing it's there. I don't know if I can be proud of it or it is what it is. But with that cat girl from the very beginning, I was thinking she's gonna be a spy or something. 100% was waiting for her to murder, and wow, surprise, she's my rival. Good for her, honestly. Had the same thing happen when I called that Marco's friend is gonna die, and the Hutt's backstabbing is just to be expected, I guess. Gameplay wise, even I can tell that the game changed a lot. From what my friend told me and even the few things I remember, the game feels way more chill, especially for new players. Like, I ended up mostly just doing the main class story, and I never struggled much with XP or anything. While back in the day I died a lot and was struggling with the system, getting abilities and all that. It's just pretty much all gone now, which, yeah, it's good, but I also kinda, I don't know. I have conflicted feelings about that. Because on one hand, it was very nice for me because I didn't have to bother with learning how things work. But that is for me, knowing that MMOs in general aren't really the type of games that I like because of those things. And I feel for other people who like these things, it's kind of sad that they removed it, so I don't know. Just for me it's fine, but all in all I think it would be nice to still have something like that in there. Vendors are unfortunately pretty much all empty and unused, which I find really sad. I spend so much time running around looking for armor because the cartel market stuff just doesn't do it for me. I don't know, I think maybe I just have achieved peak fashion already. Fighting is extremely boring to me, but I also just only use 2 or 3 different attacks. I just in general do not like fighting in video games. I don't know, it's a me thing, sue me. Cutscenes are what is to be expected. I like the dialogues, and really, it is incredibly impressive that everything is voiced. I also think this guy is my favorite. I love the way he talks.
What a fragged deal, huh?
Great job by the VA. Of all the planets I went to so far, Alderaan is the most obnoxious, but also funny.
I really hope the fools haven't taken to employing hired guns.
Tatooine feels super nostalgic even to me, just because I went there a lot in VR. But hats off to Nar Shaddaa, my favorite, which maybe. Okay, I'll say it. You have multiple races you can play. I love it. I know how much work goes into that stuff. I respect that, like, totally. I just, please, for the love of the Force or whatever, I would give everything. If I would pay money, real money, just, I want to play as a Duros. I love them so much. You got this whole Duros sector on Nar Shaddaa, and I cannot handle it. There are Duros everywhere. I just want to be a Duros, please. You're telling me that there was a Duros companion? The visuals of Nar Shaddaa are so cool. Obviously, as I'm a cyberpunk enjoyer, I immediately felt at home. And also, this doesn't mean that the other planets aren't pretty. Overall, every place had its own aesthetic. I can't compare it to what the original in the movies looked like. But for me, as a newbie in this galaxy, I really love the uniqueness of the places despite the reuse of the base structures. It's very well done. I will continue my journey as have for now and see what the story continues to throw at me. Also gotta say, by the end of chapter 1, I was feeling a sense of finality that I would have been totally fine with if this was being like the end of the story. But it's only chapter 1 of 3, so I'll keep going. Yeah.